akwala no G6PD omu and you say your man nebulizer they be a droppy boom. Mino Casa akwala no enya cerebral palsy. Akwala na ye onante or 12 years onante that because they didn't know. Me pese ebeye and san now it's better you know your status now to save your life. It's better. Health is wealth, especially the men and even the women. Obi wo time owo ye no omo anye G6PD ni bia man to woni it's dey bia na me be nya problems on one person so me pese obefa akonya we so na what test you just go to the hospital no akasa obefa test with G6PD status we are positive you have partial and negative you have full defect and your partial defect who say partial just read about it. It's very important. Even Adriani Awubedi in who are the beya wono the only beya with you remember just say you need to know send the beya ebeto it's a media Madam Nasi me semi by emoji of us me the bema anti-Juliet or no so your health advocacy now at church. Thank you so much.
So the main thing they said, because malaria, so what everything she said is accurate, right? But the entire war here, Africa, Mediterranean, all those groups, they said, because when you have this defect, it protects you against malaria. It's naturally, you also there, Ghana, for Africa, for malaria, Libya, in Kenya. It's because that happened in the past. Malaria, because they didn't have the defect, most of them died. It's almost surviving here, all the people that had the defect that protected them from dying from the disease. So through positive selection, as a year imagine the dose. So that's pretty much the history behind why certain areas have it more than other people. It's because it protects against malaria. It is so good as I really been at malaria. Fortunately, no, it won't harm them. But only malaria, anything that does you. And another thing is that because it's a condition that causes hemolysis, which is breakdown of your red blood cells. Red blood cells are cells that our body needs, and what she mentioned, the gene or the enzyme protects the red blood cells from breaking up quickly or prematurely. So it protects it. So who will be at? Your red blood cells breaks down very easily, prematurely. So red blood cells live in our body for about 3 months and then they regenerate. But who wants condition it breaks down much quickly. We need red blood cells to get hemoglobin for the rest, for us to use it as energy for everything. It is a condition now they break it down prematurely. What happens? So you get a big load of hemoglobin in your blood cells. The breakdown of hemoglobin, there's byproducts. Because at the end you break it in your body and there's byproduct that needs to be excreted and cleaned from your body, right? That is bilirubin, so which is a yellowish pigment. It's a movement. So being a jaundice is because the bilirubin is very high. It is a condition media. One of the hallmark signs is jaundice, right? So being a jaundice and as a woman, their little jaundice is not going away. Just have them check to make sure, right? There's so many, especially I work North America. It's very simple to get light therapy to clear all of this. But this is second. The most important thing is knowing your history. Because sulfur medication is in antibiotics. I'm a diabetes expert. A lot of the medication has sulfur in it. It is a good name now for and the fact said everything, whenever we get sick, is because there's imbalances. So because your red blood cells are breaking down quicker, your body is trying to clear it, your liver is trying to clear the bilirubin from there, it's not able to keep up. Your kidney then kicks in, because your kidney is like the filter in your body system. Kidney and filter the beer, so that's how it gets excreted out. It's in doing that, and because it's happening at a faster pace, it can't keep up, so it starts damaging the kidneys, it starts damaging the liver. So in essence, these conditions, even though it's not a disease, like my sister said, it's a condition that can cause other diseases. It can cause these kidney failures for people, right? And it can cause brain damage. Like she mentioned that someone got, was it cerebral palsy from it? Yes, where they can't walk. So it can cause brain damage, and we know our brain is the engine of our body. So everything is connected through our brain. So the brain is affected, then everything else, anything can happen. You can go blind, the children can go blind, so many complications, right? And now because our red blood cells is tied to our hemoglobin and our iron and all of that, when this is happening, our iron level goes low. So one of the really big complications of this condition is that you can develop hemolysis anemia. It's so one of Dr. Kacho said that you're anemic, you're tired all the time. So some of the symptoms of anemia is being tired all the time, feeling weak all the time, like blurred vision. That's what we feel like. So that's a bit fate. Part of it. Also get very yellow. That's also part of it, right? Or if you physically look jaundice or yellow, or your eyes are yellow, these are all signs that something is happening. So remember, symptoms are how our body warns us that something is wrong. If you know all those signs now, please take action and go. Because us here, we're privileged, we can go to our family doctors and tell them that because we have that background, they'll check it for you. It's just a simple blood test to see where you're at in terms of your levels. And say the disease are kind. Women, because genetically we carry 2 X chromosomes, that's what makes us female. Male has X and Y. It is a man have Y, it expressed because they only have 1 X, so they will see the symptoms more. Female usually are carriers, meaning but it doesn't express until it's triggered. And then man okay kind of be triggers. So they come for first why they come for good you, men and because the word gracia na come for good. Imagine say who condition now no say you na yami wow. That's it, right? So come for the cleaning they places to get rid of bugs. No, it's not good for somebody with this condition, right? Sulfur medication is very important to know. Say, if you, and like you said, the doctor was blaming you. As a clinician, you shouldn't blame your patient. Before you give medication, you're supposed to double check. Say, what allergies do you have or what condition? But sometimes some of these things doesn't happen. Even a HAPRA, so if you're not really on top of things, medical malpractice can happen. If you make sure, say, you know what medication, aspirin, common aspirin, a higher dose, it can trigger it for you, right? Sometimes you can live with no symptoms, everything's fine, you feel fine until those triggers come in. If you get infection is a stress for our body. So anything that our body thinks is stress will trigger it. So any kind of infection, lung infection, if you're feeling sick, all of that, you'll be even more sicker because now your hemoglobin, your red blood cells is being breaking down very quickly. It will make you anemic. It can cause heart palpitation. It's a whole heart condition already. Now, when you're triggered, this can lead to heart attacks and anything, right? Because it can cause heart palpitation, can cause your heart to go into like really fast beat, which is not good for us. So these are all some of the symptoms. Because it's hard to know exactly where we're at, what you want to say, wow, you should know yourself. I always tell people, know yourself very well. What you want to name and don't attribute it to something else, right? Because especially when we're on our menses, some of us get weak, we feel tired. These are all signs of anemia, which is also a sign of this condition, this defect. It's so every time we're on our period, you feel really, really weak. You feel really tired, you feel kind of anxious, your heart is beating out of control. Please get it checked. It's better safe than sorry. When we're checking out here, now you're bad. Like I said, most of the time it won't express unless you get 2 of the X chromosomes that has a defect on it. Most of the time it doesn't happen, but it could. It's I don't know what said that actually condition because now Onosoba has a high chance of getting the defect. What I say? It's all now you have, let's say, double one, you have a higher chance of getting it. So it's good to know your family history in that sense so you can kind of figure out where you're at. But having said that, it's also important to pay attention to what we do and what we're doing. I'm very wrong. I'm sweating. So pay attention to when you eat certain food, what happens. Then that's the kind. Fava beans, it's one of those green thick beans, and they call it it's like it comes from the good family, right? And all the different kinds of beans can trigger, will be at the level. If I'm a